Hey guys, it's Kriptayto here, and today we are starting our fourth class trial, and hopefully our last one. Cause seeing people die, I mean executions are pretty cool, but them dying isn't good. So yeah, hopefully we can crack this case open and figure out who killed Sakura. Who has the nerve to kill Sakura? I wonder. Monokuma made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then... The Ultimate Martial Artist! A locked room murder mystery. What the... Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive. Kinda true.
Yes, indeed.
Kinda messed up, but kinda true. For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. XD. This is just plain creepy.
Well,
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes something look super negative.
yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? He's right, that does make it seem sad. Monokuma educating all of us.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. I know, but she died. And yet, someone killed her. And that person is here. That person is one of us. It's only 5. Oh, it's crazy. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way towards the elevator. But for each stop I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, and felt it begin its sinister descent. It's starting! The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower. And as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one last classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely? Now then, are you ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly last trial. Okay, are you guys ready? I'm ready, and let's start. The class trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
We all die.
then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Who?
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura.
It's always Hina. I already know who did it.
Is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
So that must mean it's not one of them. Since Sakura's always wrong, you know?
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those three is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. Whoa, Hina. Imagine that's your logic for everything.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Okay, you hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
Some concrete reason why Hina suspects those three specifically. I'm sure she mentioned it before. They hated her.
One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
But how's that contradiction?
Doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing
Oh,
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
yes.
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all three of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? I mean, you just gotta do the opposite of what Hina says. Oh. Pocket trash. Ooh. The polka dot wrapper.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
Never went. I mean, that could be true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same.
Ooh, wait. Hero?
Come on. There's no way none of you went. At least one of you is lying.
Hero went. There's a clear contradiction in something one of them said just now. If they didn't go see Sakura, then how can they explain it? Oh, maybe Sakura gave Hiro the wrapper.
I don't deny that I never went to see her.
Or gave Hiro a piece of candy, you know?
Yeah, same here. No, it's wrong.
Maybe that's how he got it.
Hiro,
Sakura gave Hina too.
talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Oh, but she only gave her one. Hina gave Sakura the candy. I mixed it up twice, okay. But she gave her one.
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her,
Oh, comes out.
but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
Wait, forever?
When? When did she give it to you?
But Hina just gave it to her.
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Hiro said can't be right. Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office, when Hina gave it to her. And the reason I know that is When Sakura got the... When Sakura got the candy.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hero.
I mean, Sakura does love candy.
Hina
Does she?
didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office.
Everyone loves candy.
So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it.
Ooh, caught you.
I mean, what I meant was,
You're making it look worse for yourself, Hero. Like, really bad.
oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
I mean, you should have said so.
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked. That's all. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
Yeah, I feel like he's not the killer.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
Ooh, so aggressive, Hero.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
He wrote Toko's name in the magazine. He's the one who wrote it.
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
What would a shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hero.
Hero, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Oh, only Kyoko and Makoto know about it.
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
You didn't look in the magazine.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Huh? Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message, it was on the magazine shelf.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
Yeah, it's not on Sakura's body or near it
Look
at
on
all.
the shelf. I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Break him down, guys.
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
I mean, the magazine was upside down too.
Discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
Magazine shelf.
When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
He said he saw the dying message when he first found the body. But at that time, where was the magazine?
I can tell you exactly when I found
Where was the magazine?
message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the
Magazine
tucked
shelf?
away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
When he first found the body, okay. Let's try it. Let's try this one out.
Exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Yes!
No, it's wrong. When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us the truth, Hero. When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it?
It does.
All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
Even Hina. When Hina doesn't know, then that means something's up.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message.
Tell us how.
100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Without a doubt? No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Ooh, moment of truth, what? Oh no. This, I'm not ready. No.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
100% concentration.
The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least
Okay,
30%
okay.
right.
Tempo up, come on.
The occult is bullcrap.
You got it. You got it.
Show
Get
me-
down.
This should prove it.
Sit down, hero.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
I don't, the hero's not the murderer. I feel like he attacked Sakura, but he didn't murder her. I feel like it would be too easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
To drag Toko under the bus.
Because
I hate Sakura.
I killed her!
Wait, what? You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there,
No, he didn't kill her. Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
and that's all she said.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence.
Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm gonna end it today. I'm gonna end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me.
Oh no, no, no.
She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then
Killed her? Oh,
I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that.
she didn't die though.
Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught.
Wait. Attempted murder, but it wasn't successful.
So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Toko.
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy.
Oh, they're gonna find out that it's not over.
It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
You don't question Kyoko.
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain.
Everything else. The blood, the vomiting.
And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
Where did he strike Sakura? Did he strike her at the chair? Or did he strike her at the shelf? So what is it that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? What he would have had to do after writing the message, it doesn't make sense. Why he didn't use Sakura's finger? Why he picked Toko? Why the magazine was hidden? Why the magazine was upside down and hidden?
You just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Wait. So he wrote her name on it. Did Sakura put it back on the shelf?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message? Then stick it somewhere we might not find it.
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf.
Why did Sakura do it?
In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine,
Toko.
they must not have liked what was written on it.
Wait. This might be crazy. Were there 2 attempted murders? That's why there are 2 strikes on Sakura's head. Toko. Toko went
It'd be Toko, right?
and hit her again.
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait! But more important,
What's more important, huh?
that doesn't even matter! We already know who did it, right?
Answer the question, Toko.
Hiro just admitted it!
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
Who asked you? You literally just asked me. We're trying to save everyone here, Toko, and you're not answering the question that we asked you, and now you're trying to attack me?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious! That's just... I don't believe it!
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Tell everything over.
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. And I have to prove that. Ooh, okay. Another one. Oh my.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once.
Okay.
Is that right?
Okay.
Yeah, just once.
Examination? Examination.
After the
Right?
first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro really is the killer!
Hiro hit Sakura, that's for sure, but this doesn't end there. There's something that proves that the wounds on her head. Hyoko's examination summary.
I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind.
Hit Ogre from behind, that's true.
And you only hit her
Just once.
Just once, okay.
After the first swing, the bottle
Yes, passed.
See? Hiro really is the killer!
Is it the examination summary or status of the body?
I did it. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle and I hit over from behind.
You hit her from and you only hit her once.
Okay.
Just once.
Okay. You got it.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Mm-hmm.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
It's kind of cool though. She's awesome in this class trial and investigating the whole thing. She's been carrying all the class trials.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
Someone else came.
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Wait, but one broke.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
With 2. Wait. That's why the shards of glass are heavier. Is there 2?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles.
Oh, it wasn't moved. The third bottle to the left wasn't moved to the middle. There are 2 bottles that were taken.
Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
Yep.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
The other one was hidden or disposed of.
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle.
Okay.
But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
Ooh, okay.
If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
What they had in common? The correlation between the Monokuma bottles. I feel like it's starting to become clear. That connection must be... It's the object that the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding. The chess piece? Sis? Oh no. Chess. Chess piece. P, where are you? E. Chess piece.
Now I understand. That's it! The chess pieces! Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
Mm-hmm.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was
What was it?
the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn.
The queen was missing. It's in ascending order.
Back at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
Where did the queen go?
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So,
Yeah.
let's say it did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
A broken state. It's mixed in with the rest of the first bottle. Wait, then the bottle that was missing, it was broken.
I got it! The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
I mean, imagine you smacking a bottle on someone's head. If it doesn't break, that's a pretty awesome bottle.
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
You scared, Toko? It wasn't just a single broken bottle, and the evidence that proves that is Kyoko and I figured out before. Oh, we're good to find it. Okay, where is it? Yes, the bottle experiment.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
Ooh, Toko, you have something to say?
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
Yeah, that would have been really hard.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Imagine if there were 2 bottles.
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There could be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle was involved in this case. It must have been used by the second attacker.
The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
Oh my god. She got hit by 2 bottles. And she still stood up.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
She was still okay. Sakura's a beast.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Oh, wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
But now it's you, Toko. It's on you.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
We had to pry it out of you.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
Ooh, for what? You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
Wait. Toko was inside the locker.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
So after Hiro attacked Sakura, he left. Toko saw the whole incident. Toko saw Hiro write her name in the magazine, so she left to hide the note. But at the same time, Sakura started coming up and she got scared. And then she hit Sakura.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
I think they were always loose from the start, Byakuya.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous.
Don't try to hide it.
Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. And I have it. She left it there for anyone to find. A new element has been added. A new element? Bullet time battles? What? So far, you've probably been pressing the left mouse button during your final strike without a second thought. Oh, there's another part of it. But from now on, you're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You select it the same way as during the non-stop debate. Simply press the Q, nor use the mouse wheel. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from. But for educational purposes, we're gonna pretend you're set to mean. Regardless, just this once, okay? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you. Really? Well then, good luck and have fun. Really? Whoa, okay. Toko, we're gonna fight you.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you.
Okay, okay. Keep up tempo, keep up tempo.
Enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you.
Come on. I did tempo up.
No!
Okay, final strike. What do we pick?
Enough!
Lock her handprint. Go.
Should prove it.
We did it.
You know someone left an imprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't, really. Is it not yours?
Let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Your time? It's all of our times, Byakuya. We're all here.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
Oh no, Hina's here again.
I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on, so I figured I'd just sneak in first.
Oh.
Hide in the locker.
And did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Yep.
Well, that's awkward.
That's kind of awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around,
Sakura. Ooh, hi Sakura.
there was Sakura covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines.
Ooh.
Don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Wait, Gina said Jill killed her. Or attacked her. Her? You mean...
Get it back!
It's you!
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault! When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights!
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sitting peacefully when someone shook me away.
Oh, Sakura shook her.
Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wonder. So I opened my eyes to see.
To see that?
Water everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked it with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle.
Well, I mean, I bet Sakura wouldn't have hurt Toko.
Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
Oh, boo-hoo.
It was all
Now Sakura's
over.
dead.
You collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Ooh, oh.
Go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
But she's dead. So that's good. Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
For who? Huh? I thought for sure you have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Not yet, Hina.
Not yet? Why not yet?
There's so much more.
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. What?
I mean, there's a lot of things odd about it.
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
The vomiting, how she was on the couch. It wasn't...
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet. Is it... The one who killed Sakura is... Okay. Another one. Another one. Oh, okay. So, status Sakura's body. I feel like that's it.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
Ooh, no.
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
Okay. No.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Tina lie.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
Oh, the lie that she attacked her when she woke up.
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves that there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf. The blood.
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stained by the magazines is proof of that.
Oh, that was from Toko's?
And she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me! I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors!
Oh, so Hiro attacked her when she was in the chair. Toko attacked her at the shelf.
There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that!
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
There's so much.
After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
It doesn't work like that, Hina.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
The locker room was open.
While everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because I was in the locker. No, but at the same time,
He opened the door to the rec room. Hina and I both gotta look inside.
At the same time, it's like, how would anyone not notice? Like, hey, everyone's inside the room, and then Toko just walks out of the locker. Like, oh, Toko, you just came in from outside the door? Okay.
And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
This is kind of chaotic.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
A lot. Could we really be missing something so important? If there's another possible explanation, maybe it's... yellow powder, yes. I don't know what Monokuma file number 4 is, but... oh. Yellow powder.
Jill's attack? And what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
What? What? Oh no, the yellow powder isn't the poison. She vomited blood from poison. Okay, what is it? Always a count? Wait, can we see? We can. Number 4. Oh, Monokuma found number 4. Okay. Vomiting of blood. Okay. Monokuma found number 4.
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything until you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
What was it that killed it? It wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack. And what was it?
There's no other pop that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything.
No, that's wrong.
Good thing that was right.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottle, it cut the inside of her mouth.
Ow.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
Oh, she checked.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
She's into surviving.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Ooh, you good?
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
Yeah, he didn't really try at all.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
Oh, the labels weren't switched. That was used, like, actually poured into something and the person put it back in the wrong compartment.
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you
By accident.
drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us, I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all the other supplements. I'm positive, Section A.
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so?
Unless someone put it in there and Sakura didn't know. She loves her supplements. And then she put it in her drink.
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and
Master!
we were shocked at what we were seeing. All we could do is stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
Oh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble!
Ooh, that's really daring. You're really living on the edge here, huh, Byakuya? They switched it out.
You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
Wait, so the supplement was inside that bottle.
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Oh, sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder.
Oh, but if they switched it out, how did they clean it enough so that there's no poison? That would freak me out.
Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely, the poison must have been in the protein powder. Could it be the protein powder that Sakura drank in the room? Protein powder, right? Oh. Protein. Protein, what does that mean? Drink.
Now I understand. The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched, so the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can.
Oh.
Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene. A protein drink.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
The Proteinzyme X.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
No? I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison.
So they knew Sakura was gonna get her protein.
I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
You do?
Who was it?
Hina?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
The footprints. You gotta check the footprints. Evidence that showed who switched them. It must be where we found in the front of the shelf. Oh, I just jumped to Hina. Oops. Okay, where is it? Okay, footprints in the powder.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
Wait, do you think this could be a setup? Because at the same time, the glass on the protein drink was on top of the glass. Which could mean that after the glass was broken, the protein drink was put on top of it. Which indicates that someone could have planted the fact that someone poisoned Sakura with that protein drink. But in reality, it was Sakura who drank the poison herself, not in the protein drink. That's why there's footprints over here.
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who—
Ooh. Are someone's gonna out Hina?
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
Did you poison Sakura,
We're
Hina?
all gonna find out anyway. I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer was...
Yup. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Wait, no. First, Hiro says, I killed Sakura. Toko killed Sakura. And now Hina killed Sakura.
just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Hina.
Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byaku
Oh.
explains why you...
Why he asked Makoto if he did it. Wait. Hina didn't kill her. It's all a setup. Sakura's shoes had powder on them, which means that she went to Section C, the lethal chemicals. And then she's the one who broke that bottle on the floor, grabbing the poison, poisoning herself. Then Hina tried swapping the bottles to make it seem like she killed Sakura. Maybe? These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No. Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for me.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning a crime on someone else, haven't you?
Hina?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction.
That's kind of really sad if that happened.
Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us.
I would like to give Hina the benefit of the doubt and say that she wouldn't do that. She wouldn't betray Sakura's trust.
I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink.
Oh.
But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poison mixture.
And then she downed it all at once.
What's the point of switching out the chemical and the protein powder? She could have just poured the poison into the protein drink and saved all that trouble. But instead, she decided to do all that so that the class trial would make her guilty. Oh, wait. And then if she's guilty, they get it wrong. Everyone dies. Hina's mad that someone attacked Sakura. So she was like, hey, if Sakura did end up dying, she wanted to kill everyone.
And then
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind.
No, Kyoko's onto something.
Friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves, just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
You go, Kyoko.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint?
That's true. Hina knew that if she left a footprint, people would.
It's too obvious. Too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
She's really not trying hard to deny it all.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
It literally does matter.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
But the victim herself.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
Okay.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them.
Okay, you messed up there. If you're from Section C to Section A, footprints would have led to Section C to Section A.
Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room.
I mean, no, never mind. Unless the bottle broke in front of her. So she could have gone a different way to get to Section A. That would make sense also.
But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Oh, is she gonna say the footprint thing too?
Yeah.
But if that's true, isn't that a little strange? Yeah, the footprints don't match at all.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Byakuya, you're the one that looked at the diagram and saw it, but he doesn't realize. How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Make your argument. Okay, footprints in the powder, I think.
First, I went to section C.
Okay,
That's when I grabbed the poison.
okay.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C to section A. And that's where I switched the powders.
I think that's one of it.
Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
Okay, so section C to A, that's the one.
First I went to section
Oh, oops.
That's when I grabbed the and you spilled some of the yeah. Okay, I moved from section C.
Right there.
You said you went to get the poison from section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I left a footprint. Caught you.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to section A, so you never went to section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved section A.
well, you see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
Ooh, he's losing his cool. What's happening? What's happening?
Footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new...
New.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
What did you find out?
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Huh? A piece of glass. From the window?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then, Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Makoto.
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something this same shade of blue. The rec room window.
It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
The bottle of poison was there. Wait, but they all walked in at the same time. How would anyone find time to... How did Hina find time? How did Hina find time to grab the poison, go back to the rec room, and plant the Protozyme X on top of the glass without anyone noticing?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke into the rec room window? According to what Hina told us, the bottle of poison should have been on section A.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
I mean, she maybe was sneaky and did it without anyone noticing.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
Really? Byakuya, what's happening?
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
It was on top of the glass.
We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
You think you know everything? Byakuya? Don't think too highly of yourself. Kyoko is amazing. The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. And we know. Where is it? Empty protein drink, source of the powder.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Before the rec room was unlocked. When the locked room was unlocked, in other words, when I broke the window, if I concentrate on that.
When it comes to that
Okay, where is it? Source of the powder?
there's not a
M-Lab shelf?
Until
Empty
the
protein
room was
drink.
unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
Empty?
Saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
Empty or source of the powder?
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time.
Let's try this.
It had to be. It was
Okay, we got it.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Wait, why is Byakuya being like this?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
Why is he like this? I'm so confused.
So that's Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
Smart.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle.
Ooh, suicide.
Exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before
Please.
we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
With the poison to the rec room.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. No, it must have been Sakura. It had to have been Sakura.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
And then she dropped the other poison
Huh? So
on the floor.
was apparently murdered. Just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
Oh my god, Hina. Just let Kyoko do her job. No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. Yeah, beat it into her. Another one? There's been 3 of these.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it!
I'm gonna beat the truth into you, Hina.
You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar!
I'm missing everything. I don't know why. Hina, what are you doing to me?
I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
Okay, final strike. Let's see.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
Oh, there's only one.
This should prove it.
I was trying to switch my bullets, but there's only one.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
Did you know?
It did?
Mm-hmm.
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab.
I love how she has her name just written on her shoe, like, this is mine. Property of Sakura.
That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up
It's
on her
crazy. Wait, did Sakura actually get hit twice and walk to the chem lab? she had enough energy and power to walk to the chem lab and go back to the rec room and do all this.
Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison!
Because what?
Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Ooh, okay. Let's do it. Sakura, where are you? Sakura.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
Hina here trying to get everyone killed?
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And
That's so sad.
why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because, of course, Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room.
And replaced it.
And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door.
Oh, that's what happened.
Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right?
Oh, and then when she was saying, hey, I'm gonna go get everyone else, she was actually switching the bottles.
I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it?
To make it seem like someone poisoned
At the
her.
chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone. Whoa, ogre. Oh, so she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed, I see.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body.
But she stood in the back.
The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
Wait, so Sakura told Hina that she was gonna kill herself.
So,
She knew.
Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence. And yet,
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
Oh, she's back for this again.
Enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Okay, let's close it. Okay, let's see. Let's see.
So Sakura, she's leaving the note. What's this one? Sakura wanted to talk to Hiro, Toko, and one other person. Byakuya. Right here. Okay, Act 2. Toko got to the rec room early and hid somewhere. In the locker. And then Hiro comes in. Sakura gives him the candy. I love that. That's kind of adorable. But then Hiro smacks her. What's in the Monokuma bottle that Hiro hit Sakura with? What? Oh, the knight.
And then Hiro, he sees the magazine.
And then, where is it? He writes Toko on it. He runs, Toko sees. What's this? At that point, Toko, who was in the locker, she comes out. What did she do with the magazine that had the dying message written on it? Well, she put it upside down, right? This is the only one. Sakura gets up. And Toko faints. And then Genocide Joe hits her. What's in the Monokuma bottle that Genocide Jack hit Sakura with? It was this, the queen. Okay, she hides it. Sakura gets up. Crazy. What actually killed Sakura came from the chem lab, right? Okay, this. And then they come in, they see Sakura. Oh no! Hina looks at the bottle. There was something on the floor near Sakura's body, which someone grabbed. This, right? Is that grabbing? It's grabbing it, right? And then the last one. What was it that they switched with the bottle of poison left on the record floor? This. And then, it's over.
Here's exactly what happened. This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
Wait, so was she trying to poison herself from the beginning?
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Oh, Sakura just wanted to talk. Huh? I didn't lay out my reasoning right. Goku got to the rec room early and hid somewhere. Is that not it? Okay, let's see. So that one's it. Oh. Did I switch those up? Oh my god, they literally look the same. I switched those up. Okay.
The killer is you! But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others.
Toko.
She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Slam.
She found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
Dun dun dun. Sakura's here.
From inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room.
Act 3.
Next to arrive was Hiro.
You want some candy? Gonk.
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
Sakura's so nice. Raw. Smash. Dun dun.
He grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime.
Huh?
He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
It's funny how you chose Toko.
But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear,
Grrr.
she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down.
Oh, Toko. Dun dun.
Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out.
Sha. Crash. Ha ha ha.
And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece.
And ran off.
And
Act 5.
Explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive.
Crazy.
So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab.
Only poison could kill Sakura,
She turned
nothing
the
else.
room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath.
Dun dun.
The rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort,
Hina.
was you, Hina.
But you failed. We know.
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But Makoto, how did you manage to...
What, you surprised, Byakuya?
How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Yeah, maybe you're not as good as you thought you were.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case.
Ooh, tell it to him, Kyoko.
See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Hopefully he learned an important lesson from this. But we are done, so there's no execution. And we're gonna find out, hopefully.
Okay, I think we can all agree you made your point.
And hopefully we can find out why Sakura actually killed herself.
Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot?
It's so heated, Monokuma. We forgot.
I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna
Who
be?
knows?
What's it gonna be?
Sakura.
Okay.
Wait, maybe she just sacrificed herself. You know what I mean? She hated all the killing. So she could have also killed herself to save everyone from killing anymore. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My
Okay, we're done here.
existence.
What did
So
you say?
that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What do you think?
And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is
Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? She wanted everyone to die because they're the ones who caused Sakura to kill herself. Is that right, Hina? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died. Whoa, okay. Okay, Hina. That's a little messed up. You don't mean that you're gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. For serious? That's...
What is
You still don't understand. Then let me explain. Do you realize how much despair Sakura was carrying over when she died? Look at this. Oh, she wrote a note? Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note. Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness.
You tried to protect me, but because of me. Oh, Sakura's so nice. I still can't believe she died. It's so sad.
I can't.
My closest friends got hurt. Sakura. Because of me. My friends are all gonna kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them. And it was dangerous. She literally got attacked twice.
But...
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you... Hina. Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy. They're friends. Oh no. This makes it even more sad that she died. Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would understand. She was a friend to all of us. Wait, did she choose to kill herself because she got attacked twice? And yet... You trampled all over her feelings and then you did the unthinkable. This might be one of the saddest deaths so far. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. True. Without asking a single question, you had to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hands. Oh no, she thought everyone was out to get her and then she decided to just kill herself.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her. Sakura, what happened to you? Hina, you came. Wait right here, I'll help you out. Hina. Huh? I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
I like some protein. Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she had asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf, Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, I was already too late. Oh. Sakura!
Please.
Let me in. Please, open the door. And that's when Makoto and Kyoko came.
Why?
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 Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness, that's normal. And yet, you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it, and that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina, we killed her, all of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her. People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out in the end. I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What do you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Monokuma knows something. He knows a lot. Your own opinion on what suicide note meant? Of course I know what she was thinking, cause her and me...
In other words...
what I'm really trying to say is...
Yes, indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby. This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put it in her room. What? Then? You lied to me? Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. Ooh, that's really wrong. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy, I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of this class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process, okay? And scene cut. So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice. But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you killed yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of the story. The truth is lost in darkness. Give me the willies. Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, geez, talk about buzzkill. Alright, here we go. My good friend, Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
As I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina,
Oh, she has grown closer.
my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret.
Oh,
I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else. So the real reason why she killed herself was because she thought she was the reason why everyone was having problems. That if she was gone, then there would be at least less conflict. She thought she was the problem.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get the situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I would do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anymore. Oh, Sakura. Her heart is so pure. Why did she have to die? Why? When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us. She died knowing that her death would be beneficial to everyone.
No way!
She wanted to stop us fighting to protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong, too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use a note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please, talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then, they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But
This is... I didn't understand how she felt, not at all. I thought we were close and still...
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. Monokuma, this is one of the instances where I want to just smack you across the head. I want to perform a Hina on you. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one. She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Hoo. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean next victim? Nobody here blames anyone. Huh? First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hino with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her, I can't blame her, and nobody can blame Hina either. Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered because the one we need to destroy is you. Is you, nobody else. What the heck, that's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that. Ah, lovely Byakuya, you understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I'm bowing out of the game. Ooh, Byakuya? Are you a changed man now? Huh? Sakura and Hino are both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game. There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I would no longer be participating in it. What is going on? Now, I have only one thing to look forward to. And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does this mean... Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Yeah, you totally haven't, Byakuya. Yep, Byakuya, you totally haven't. Wherever Master goes, I go, and if the Mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire! Everyone. Well, now can you see that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time. The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time! Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna... Don't put her body. Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the black is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whoever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bare times one rule. I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it would be a shame to let it go to waste. So, for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest. A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Special guest? Who? Alter Ego? They found Alter Ego? No! Wait, so now what? No, 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 no. Don't you dare stab. No! Ooh. He's pounding away. Into a ball? Alter Ego? You good? You suck, man. You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk. Ooh, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at, and I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried? Broiled? Give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at. I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think that I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my head and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. Wait, Please tell me that alter ego left something for us? Something? The anger turned to fury, black and muddy, and boiled over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. Ooh, he's gonna explode. How dare you? That was my friend. How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a baseball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. And you killed him. Is this what you call animalism? Where the soul dwells within all things, even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally? No, I knew about him from the very beginning. Ooh. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you guys were using it to analyze data. You knew. I knew exactly how it was gonna play out from the start. What?
What do you think?
You knew and you still were cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
yep.
Well, I mean, the data on that laptop, it was, I guess you can call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward, in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to it. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, you know, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
Oh. Reformatting. I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that he was killed. Hoo hoo hoo. Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better.
very.
Experiencing meaningless death is so soothing, it makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everyone who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this. Holy moly, you're super mad, like, just unreasonably upset.
Well,
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
yep.
Yeah, there's still a little bit left of Sakura's note. Huh? Hoo hoo hoo, do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go. What else? Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like to tell you the others. Hopefully, it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of the school. What? A clue? A clue? Really? I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing. Which is, the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory. Oh no, he's not going to tell us, Monokuma. Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today. What? You can't just stop at the most important bit. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes me so mad you don't even freaking know, huh? That's the whole point, stupid, is to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it. But... Sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this? What is it now? There's one last thing in the note. Something else? And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what, and that's seriously it. Oh, huh, wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die, she'll fight you? What does that mean? Does she have something in store? Even though she's dead? Well, whatever, who cares what some dead musclehead has to say? Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Ooh, think about that. Think long, think hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school. The mastermind did something to us? The memories. Yoko said something of that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You...
What did you do? what did you do to my body?
Who?
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? Ooh, it's getting really heated. I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off. And the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone.
but
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up? Oh yeah, okay, let's get out of here. But, Yuna still must feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. What ego? The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out. Yeah,
Stop talking.
shut up. You were all freaking out about how we knew things you didn't know. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached the point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once. I mean, no one needs to apologize to you.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. Huh? That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
I can't suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master. What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him? Yeah, no. Yeah, don't go for him. Sleazeball? That's right, I called you sleazeball because you are a sleazeball. Apparently, you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm? No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with the master. You're making me jealous. I want to abuse, give and take. Me. I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Yeah. Well, that's just how it is for now. And so, Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. Ding dong, bing bong. Is it nighttime?
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight.
Don't let the bed bugs bite. Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep, but the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. A voice. Wake up. Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from my deep slumber into a hazy half-consciousness. My eyes were like lead. Kyoko?
Kyoko?
yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
How did you get into his room?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door is... It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey,
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why would Kyoko waking me up at this hour? Why, Kyoko? Why are you waking me up like that? But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it off here. In the next episode, we can figure out what Kyoko wants at 3 a.m. But yeah, so thank you so much guys for watching. And I really hope you enjoyed today's class trial. It was a really long one. So yeah, if you stuck around for this long, then good for you. But yeah, I'm gonna end it off here. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye!